Hello all, I am Pavithra. Today we will be discussing about a case study of Miss Harshia and Mr. Franklin in an organization. So without any delay, we will be moving on to the case study. First, let me explain what is the case actually, and at the end, let me discuss what is the solution for the problem stated here. So first and foremost, I will be starting with the case. Harshia and Franklin both are the postgraduates in management under different streams of the same business school. Both of them were close friends during their college days, and their friendship started continuing even in their workplace. They both started to work in high-tech technology solutions. Harshia has been placed as in HR department as employee counselor, whereas Franklin has been placed in finance department as a key finance executive. Looking on to the grade of the two people, both Harsha and Franklin are in the same level of grade, but as per the responsibilities, Franklin is considered holding a more responsible work in a core finance rather than Harsha. Moving on to the nature of these two peoples, Harsha is more friendly in nature and ready to help the people who are in need. Whereas Franklin is silent in nature, he is ready to help to those people who approach him personally. And he is somewhat more egoistic in nature. So then in a case study, they have also said that Harsha and Franklin have successfully completed 4 years in this organization, and management is very much satisfied with the performance of both Harsha and Franklin because both of the people are equally talented. At the same time, the management is very much satisfied with the performance of the both of the people, and both are equally talented. Harsha felt that nowadays Franklin is not like as he was behaving before. She noticed some behavioral changes from Franklin. During a general conversation, also, she felt that Franklin is taunting her that she is more famous among the employees in the organization. On the other hand, he is not even recognized by the fellow employees. One morning, Mr. Mehta, general manager of high-tech technology solution, shocked while going through the email of Mr. Franklin's resignation. Mr. Mehta immediately called Harsha and discussed about the mail of Mr. Franklin. By hearing this news, Harsha got stunned and said that she doesn't know about this priorly, and she also explained the current experience with Mr. Franklin. Mr. Mehta, who does not want to lose both of them, promised her that he will handle the situation and he won't allow Franklin to resign the job. In an afternoon, Mr. Mehta took Franklin to a canteen to make him comfortable. After some gentle discussion, he started to move on to the issue. Franklin, after a few hesitation, he opened up with his problem that when he came, first and foremost, his first problem was when he comes alone to the canteen, the people wouldn't recognize him priorly, but when he accompanies with Harsha, people started recognizing them together. So he feels that people do not recognize him when he goes there individually, but when he accompanies with Harsha, people started recognizing him. Mr. Franklin has also stated one more issue that one day when both Harsha and Franklin entered into an organization, the security in the gate have wished both of them. But the next day when Franklin entered the office individually, the security in the gate didn't properly responded to him. So this was one reason for Mr. Franklin to send his resignation. So these kind of a degradation and avoidance made totally disappointed and disturbed Mr. Franklin. So Franklin also questioned that Harsha and myself have the same qualification from the same institute. Both of them passed out in the same year. Both of them have secured a first class grade. We have the same number of experience in this organization. Moreover, the responsibility of mine is more valuable than of the Harsha. After all these things, why I have been ignored and unrecognized about the fellow employees? So this was the problem stated by Mr. Franklin um, to send the resignation. Listening to all these statements of Mr. Franklin, Mr. Mehta felt that it is not going to be very difficult for him to stop the resignation of Mr. Franklin. Mr. Mehta explained Franklin that the reasons for such partial behavior of the employees. After listening to Mr. Mehta, Franklin said sorry for his reaction and ready to take back his resignation. And he also called Harsha and spoke with him like before. So what do you people think? So this is what the case study is actually. It is actually about the misunderstanding between the employees and the behavioral change of the employees. So what do you people think? So would Mr. Mehta would be convinced Mr. Franklin? So first and foremost, as we discussed in these case studies, um, both Mr. Franklin and Miss Harsha are in the same position with the same grade, but at the same time, while priorly discussing about the nature of two peoples, Harsha is more helpful in nature and she is more supportive to the peoples and employees, and she is also in a close touch with the employees. She would have been solved various problems of the employees working there, whereas Franklin is more um, sophisticated in nature, and he too is helpful in nature, but he would be helping people who approach him personally and a little bit egoistic in nature. So in this case he is not more close to the employees, he is not in a more touch with the employees. So in this case people around the employees around uh, could recognize Harsha more rather than Franklin, because he is not close in touch with the work of the employees. So this would be the biggest reason for the problem, and the same what Mr. Mehta explained to Franklin. So after the clear understanding about this, Mr. Franklin understood the issue. He confront about the situation and took back his resignation and moved on as he was before with Harsha. So that is about this case study. So hence in today's session we people have discussed about the behavioral change of an employee. How does a small change in a single employee would result in a tremendous change in a tremendous result in an individual employee's work, and how does a behavior of an individual employee affects each employee's work. So all this in this case study. In upcoming videos we will be discussing about more interesting managerial topics and case studies. So that's it about today's session. Thank you.